Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing today? This is Yusuf Chaudhry once again tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. It's 6:26 p.m. Central Time. How's your Friday going today? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, let's see what we got. Charles, my man. What's up, bro? What's new with you? What you doing? Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys, now it's your chance to ask for any issues that you're facing. Hi, PG, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Just give me a second here. Let me share this. Today, we're just going to talk about some of the latest and what's happening in the online marketing world. Staying busy, that's good, but got to be productive too, right? So, you probably all saw the post from Mary Smith about how the Facebook's new design or the layout will be the default starting in September. Okay, I did try. I did try the what do you call it? I mean, Imran was saying that man, the design sucks, man. Like this one is kind of you got the stuff on the left hand side and the feed on the home, like on your personal on the on the right, and of course the if you click on the home, you're gonna have the two split. But I didn't like it. But change happened, so eventually you're gonna have to basically go with the change, right? So if you want to get used to it, make sure you switch to the new design. Okay, you can switch to the new design when you go to your on the top corner. You have the arrow. You click on the drop down box. Scroll down before the log out option. It says switch to the new Facebook. So if you want to get used to it, go ahead and do that and get used to it before it becomes the default in September. Mentor Me OEV says no. They're like, I think nobody likes. I don't know who is the UX designer who did that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, who did this? I mean, like, were they high or something? Don't like the new design, especially on my laptop. Yeah. So if you want to switch it, I knew. I mean, I even talked to my colleagues that eventually they're gonna force it. There's no way that. It happened with all the social channels. Like it happened with LinkedIn. It happened with all the other social channels out there that they're going to make some change and you have to go with the change, right? So, not sure if they listen to users' feedback. I don't know. But based on what Mary Smith said, that by September, it is going to be forced, mandated, just like the mask by these politicians. Anyway, uh, so that's one. So get ready for that. I mean, if you're going to get used to it, go ahead and switch it back or switch it to the new one and see how you feel. Okay. All right. Another thing in the news, I think last week there was a massive, massive glitch within Google where when people type, for example, Dallas law firm or Dallas dentistry and you're in Arizona, that information shows up. So there was a huge glitch. So if you experience some sort of glitch like that, if you notice some drop in analytics, don't worry about it. That's something that Google was going through, and I'm sure by now it's almost fixed. In fact, I posted an article about that from the Search Engine Journal that talks about the the bad search results. So somebody typed like, let's see, what did they typed? I'm in Minnesota. Okay, a Minnesota company ranking for Dallas SEO. Okay, so there was a really, really huge glitch in the search engine, but I'm sure the massive malfunctionings in Google search result. But don't worry, it's not your website. It's just something like Google wherever. But I think by now it's fixed. I haven't seen any issues. This week. So it looks like they took care of it as soon as possible. Passable. Okay. Another thing. Right now, add me to search. Google launches virtual business card. Okay, so Google launched a virtual business card. So when you have like the Google My Business page and the Google Maps and whatnot, and now they're offering this new service, and I believe it's free. It's called Virtual Business Card. The developers that I am working with told me that the WordPress release gave him problems, or the 5.5, right? Did he do the backup first? Because my friend Ahmed from Jeddah, he's going to do a a webinar or a live streaming on the latest update, but it's going to be like probably 5 a.m. Saturday because it's like 2 p.m. in Jeddah. Okay, so if you want to attend, I'll post it on my Facebook. He's going to talk about it, so you can probably ask him those questions, like if he faced any issues, because Ahmed, my friend, actually is my business colleague, a business partner from that part of the world. He's a developer as well, and he has a bunch of other developers, so you can probably ask him and see what's going on. How do you survive in a team? How do you survive in a team in an environment that can decide on a design or content direction, the marketing team versus the content department, with the web development team in the middle? Well, here's the thing. That is a beautiful question from Charles. When you qualify your client, right? If the client's going to provide the content, great. You don't have to worry about it. But let's say the client don't know how to write the content. They'll give you some ideas. So this is where you're going to have the content written by the copywriters or the content writers, right? Then what happens, the designer, a lot of time the designers sometimes don't look at the content that much. I mean, not all of them. Some of them look at the headers and the direction of the wireframing of the design, right? When it comes to the actual text, like the paragraph, the content, they usually don't look at that because they can use the lorem ipsum or fake content to show you how the website looks like. Then you can take the content and fill it in, right? So if the content is too big, if it doesn't fit the box, then the designer has to go back and make the adjustment if the content is necessary. Or if the content can be adjusted to the design, that's another thing that the design team and the content team can work together. You have to prioritize what's more important, the content, the message, or the design. In my humble opinion, did I say the humble opinion? In my opinion, content matters most. Okay. And then of course the developer team once the design team and the content team confirmed, then the developer gonna go back and make the development side of things, right? So that's what I would do. Okay, that's how you do it. Especially if your client don't have content given to you, or they just give you some rough ideas, have the content written first, right? In fact, to make it even much easier, Charles, have the content team write it first, then give it to the designer. Right, then the designer can design the site and fit in the content. That way, it's not going to be double work, right? Because if the designer team did the design first and the content team came later, maybe some content requires a full page, right? So have the content based on the wireframe or based on the idea of how many pages the client wants, what sort of messages has to be on the front page. Have the content team write all the material, pass it to the design team, and have the designer do the design. Then the developer build the development side of things. Okay, so that was an excellent question. Any more questions? Because today I'm going to make it very, very short. I got to go somewhere and kick some soccer balls. Not located in, let's see. Having trouble sitting on, I feel. Okay, so that's those are the updates. Those are some of the updates about what's going on. Let's see. You are most welcome, my man. You are most welcome. Are there any more questions? Are there any more questions? Something you are having trouble with? Mm. What is it? Best resources for WordPress content for beginners? That's easy. Just go to WP Beginner. WP Beginner is one of my favorite sites because the way the founder put this website together for so many years, it speaks to people that are not. Hey, Gloria, thank you for tuning in. Not necessarily coders. So if you're a coder, of course, it's gonna be super easy for you. But if you're not, then I highly recommend to go to WP Beginner because that website has tons of amazing content, and not just that, all the content that you find on that website, WP Beginner, is sometimes videos, sometimes tips. I mean, it makes it so much easier for you to understand and apply some of the strategies or some of the solutions that you're looking for. Gloria, most welcome. Thank you. Gloria, if you have any more question on, anything with you within your business, online presence, something about digital for your business or website or whatnot, feel free to ask. Okay. I usually do this almost every day just to kind of help out, answer a question. One second. Apologize. الو. عليكم السلام. كيف اليوم؟ يعني تلعب مع الشباب ولا كيف؟ It's like a competition ولا كيف يعني just like a kick and play. خلاص أنا إن شاء الله بعد هذا أجيكم. I have to just run أمر على البيت أغير الملابس وأجيكم إن شاء الله. ممكن متأخر شوية. أوكي شيل يزن معايا. خلاص. أوكي. على خير إن شاء الله. يلا نراكم إن شاء الله. يلا مع السلام عليكم. Uh, yeah, stuff that happens in live streaming. Let's see how hard it is to do SEO for attorney website. I would assume there's a lot of competition. What's a good approach? Excellent question. I mean, the first thing you have to start, use the WooRank.com to do the on-page audit. Okay, Charles. Then use the SEO Quake Chrome extension to see what else is missing. That's number one. Number two, depends on the attorney. Let's say, for example, if this is the DUI attorney, then of course San Antonio DUI attorney on the homepage. Then on the service page, based on each services, you're going to optimize it for each services, the key phrases when you do the research. It is true that you're going to have competition in the same business, but you have no other option. You still have to use the same key phrases like your competition, if that's what the target audience are looking for, right? Then you have to implement the off-page strategy. So if you have a client like that and they're interested and you want to kind of work with me so we can give them a quote, so that way you can get your own cut and we can have our own cut as well and do that monthly off-page SEO task. And we can also look at, let's say, this particular client's top 5 competitors, so we can analyze them and see if we can figure out how they're ranking locally, so we can be in the same level field, like we're going to be ranking on the first page with them as well, right? So there's a whole process behind that. Anyway, I gotta go play some, gotta kick some soccer balls. We call it football where we come from. Okay, so let me know if you have any more questions because I gotta bounce. I'll wait for a minute. I'll wait for a minute. Yeah, I know today I kept it short. Maybe I should just keep it short, like 15 minutes every day. when the question comes up, then it can extend. Maybe I should just do that. I'll probably have a new name. 15-minute show. Daily 15-minute show. Likewise, my friend. Don't forget Sunday. Sunday at 4 p.m. with Imran. We're going to have the subject. What's the subject? I think it's voice search this Sunday. So don't forget, share the post, share the link. Sunday for sure. Wa alaikum assalam, Salman. How are you, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Unfortunately, I'm leaving right now. So if you have any more questions, let me know, okay? You all have an awesome weekend. And don't forget not to work too hard, okay? Bye bye for now.